Nest World. Yo. Yo. Nest Nation, Nest World, Nest World. Yeah, one of those days. Just one of those days, you know? One of those nights, I should say, I guess. One of those nights. Let me shout out. Let me shout out everybody in the chat before I start it off. Shout out Aaron Burhane, 23 Chase, yo, Grace, what's up, Grace, MJ Zaire, New York Captain, Lee Aaron Christie, SKTS, 23 Chase, I said Jordan Zoom was good, Risk JC, yo, GG Yang, Marcos X Fern, what's up, Firestorm for Life, what's good, Bunny, what's up, who else is there? Elijah Hall was good. Irving, yeah. Liam. That station was good. What's up, bro? Yeah, you know. One of those days, like I said, it was just the Nets didn't have it tonight. We didn't have it tonight. And I talked about this last stream. Like I really didn't think that I didn't have my hopes up to win this game. I wasn't expecting to win this game. Like I said, the Blazers have three guys that can go for 40. Norman Powell, Damian Lillard, TJ McCollum. Their offense is top 5 offense. So it's like I was definitely worried going into this game, like if the bench or the role players could support Kyrie enough to win the game, and that wasn't the case. That really wasn't the case. And another thing I've seen, like, well, let me start with Steve Nash. Steve Nash, again, it's like we do this over and over again. Like, it's just the rotations were bad. And then what I noticed early on is, if you guys have been watching the last few games, Steve Nash has been benching DeAndre, right? He's been benching DeAndre for like the last few games. And then this was the perfect game for DJ to play because he would match up against Nurkic. You know, it should have been from the beginning. Steve Nash should have matched up DJ with Nurkic from the beginning, and I don't know why he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? He panicked. Steve Nash panicked when Nurkic started going off, when the Portland Bigs was going off, Enes Kanter and Nurkic going off, right? Rebounding and all that. Then he panicked and put DJ in. You know what I'm saying? Typical Steve Nash, right? You panic and you put DJ in when you're getting bullied on the boards, right? There was no reason for Blake Griffin to start tonight. There was no reason for Blake Griffin to start tonight at all. So again, I don't know what Steve Nash was doing. I really don't know what Steve Nash was doing. And so, we like I said, the Bigs set it off. The Portland Bigs set it off in the first half. And Steve Nash panics and says, "Okay, I made a mistake. I mean, let me take Blake Griffin out, put DJ in." and it was a close. Like the Portland Trailblazers weren't. They were kind of cold. Both teams started off cold. Like, it was a close game. It was like back and forth because the Blazers were cold and the Nets were like semi cold. Both teams were semi cold. Then the second half came. Then they went on an 18-6 run in the third quarter. The Blazers went on an 18-6 run. They caught fire, 10 threes in the second half. Dame caught fire. Who else was catching fire? Melo was looking good too off the bench. CJ, the whole team just started hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? The whole team just started hitting threes, and the Nets couldn't respond, and it ended up getting blown out. Shout out Guillermo. He said we good. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this game to win this game at all. I'm just pointing out the mistakes I saw. The mistakes I saw. Like I said, the Steve Nash errors. I point out the Steve Nash errors. A lot of people hit me about Kyrie tonight. They told me that Kyrie basically was just shooting. I mean, he had 28 points, but a lot of people were talking about like he wasn't getting people involved in the offense. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hit me and said like Kyrie wasn't. He only had 3 assists. They told me that he wasn't getting enough people involved. He was just basically going off for Dame. Like Dame would shoot, make a shot, and Kyrie would come back and try to make a shot. Like he was like trying to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said can't wait for the Celtics to sweep the Sixers again in the playoffs. Bad shooting night, yeah, very bad shooting night. Cash chaser, Kyrie did not do his job to get the team. Yeah, he was, I don't know. Like I said, he was coming back. He was just coming off a day off. He like I said, for some reason, even though he had 28 points, it's like I didn't feel his buckets. I didn't feel his buckets. Early on, I did. Early on, I did in the first half, but the second half, I didn't feel him. I didn't feel his buckets. Like I didn't really. It didn't really impact the game. I guess because the Blazers were up by so much. Maybe there was. Yeah. Shout out to Mike James too, by the way. Mike James. He did miss layups, but Mike James was the only person off the bench that I really, really enjoyed watching tonight. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Mike James. He was the only person I really enjoyed. He was aggressive tonight, which we needed. I wanted to see this Mike James tonight because Mike James knew that we needed scoring off the bench because we were having a bad shooting night, and he was aggressive. He was aggressive. So I can't knock him. I can't knock for Mike James being aggressive. I think, what do you have, 15 points off the bench? You can't knock him for that. You can't knock him for that. Somebody said Kyrie makes offense stagnant. Damn, man, but Kyrie been playing bad for the last 5 games. He's had on and off games. It's on and off. On and off games. Dame just got the better of him. Dame just got the better of him tonight. You know, Damian outplayed him tonight. Damian outplayed him tonight. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? This game is not that serious. Like I said, we we don't have to panic. It's a loss, and we just gotta take it how it is and move on. You know, and try to beat the Bucks on Sunday. But Damian did outplay Kyrie tonight. We just gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real. He outplayed him. Somebody said wish Kyrie would have passed more. Yeah, Mike James was that facilitator tonight. Mike James was the facilitator tonight. For real. Uncle Drew said he played good against the Suns. Yeah, like I said, he had like he said on and off games. Like games where he's bad and then games where he's on. Games where he's bad on. Like it's like back and forth kind of thing. I'm looking at the stats. 19 points for Norman Powell, 23 for Nurkic, 32 for Lillard, 10 for CJ. So Nurkic really hurt us. That was really eye-opening. Nurkic hurting us in the paint. And that's what I said about Steve Nash. Like, you started Blake Griffin. Why? Why did you start Blake Griffin? You know what I'm saying? Blake Griffin had no reason to start tonight. No reason. You know what I'm saying? Start start DJ. This is the perfect game to start DJ. And he didn't. He panicked. Steve Nash panicked. He saw Nurkic eating in the first half, and he was like, "Oh, go ahead, DJ, go in, get it." After not playing for 4 games in a row, he panics and puts DJ in. He panics and put DJ in. Melo had 15 off the bench too. Now look at Jeff Green had 16 minus 8, 6 rebounds. Jeff Green was really good early on, but I don't know what happened. Blake Griffin again, 11. Joe Harris, 12. We should have got Joe Harris more shots. Joe Harris only shot 2 for 3. We should have got Joe Harris way more shots. I don't know what happened. Was that Kyrie's fault? We'll talk about it. Was that Kyrie's fault? Did he not get Joe Harris more involved? Joe Harris had 5 for 8, 2 for 3. He didn't shoot bad. He just didn't get enough shots, 12 points. Or was that the play? I don't think it was the Blazers' defense because they don't play defense. We were just, the team was missing shots. Kyrie Irving, 28. Kyrie Irving was a minus 11, 28 points, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 assists. Alizé, 6 points, 12 rebounds. DJ, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Mike James, 15 points, 2 turnovers, 3 assists, 1 rebound. TJ, 0 for 4. TJ was bad, really bad tonight. TJ was awful. TJ was awful tonight. Yeah, Gil's Nash changes lineups like underwear. Yeah, let me call the Discord, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna call the Discord real quick. Hold on, yeah. Hold on, remember. Please hit the like button too. I know there's not gonna be much people in the chat because people don't come in the chat when we lose. So I know it's gonna be a low crowd tonight. So I'm not gonna make this a long stream. Yo, y'all there? Yo,
AJ.
Yo, it's good.
Not much.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's no panic in my I'm not, like I said. I think I texted saying it before. I was like, I wasn't expecting to win this game at all. I said there was a chance. I said there was a chance, but I wasn't expecting to win this. So like, it wasn't surprising to me. But yeah, let me know what you think.
I had that vibe. That's why I hit you up with that question.
Yeah.
I could just kind of feel it.
Well, yeah. What's your take on the game, though?
Well, I mean, listen, it's back to back.
Yeah.
We're down like a ton of players. All the role players have been playing a lot. We're in and out mixing. Kyrie one game, KD one game.
Yeah.
You know, it's like. So I feel like tonight was kind of eventually going to happen.
Uh-huh.
There's no way to keep maintaining 100% a win every day when your lineups are different every day and different consistency with back-to-backs, and it just was an all-around shitty game where just nobody had more than one person had 4 assists. Like Blake Griffin had the most assists on the team, so that kind of just shows you that the team really wasn't playing team ball. You know, I think they're, like you said, with Nash, I don't think picked a good lineup to start out with.
Rotations were terrible.
It was terrible, and he just panicked, and it just wasn't working. Like Blake
I'm saying, why did he start Blake Griffin tonight? I had no idea why he started Blake Griffin tonight. Why, like you?
I don't know. I mean, it's like you could even make the argument if you were doing a back-to-back, and clearly in my mind, the way I look at this game, it's kind of like almost like you kind of knew you were probably going to take an L. Yeah. So why not start Elise? Why not start fucking DJ? Give the guys that are rested that haven't really been playing that much the opportunity to get out there and give you some energy and hustle. Yeah. I mean, because you saw when they came in, at least when Elise came in, like, you know, it gave us a little bit of a fighting chance, and we came back. There was a little bit more energy.
Yeah. You good? Oh, we lost Saint?
No, we lost Saint.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little it's a little staticky.
Okay, let me try to fix that.
Yeah.
Well, you said it earlier about, like, Kyrie, because I kind of said it in chat, and I felt weird, and it's like... I know Kyrie had, like, what he had, 28, but I felt like it was 28 with no impact.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was like a weird thing. Like, he got out there shots. I just think, I don't know if he got caught up with the Dame thing, or he just
like, I was going to talk about that.
It's Ramadan Kyrie, he's not feeling it.
I was going to talk about, him and Dame have a little thing, and Julian, I'll let Julian go real quick, but him and Dame have a little, like, beef and
a little rivalry.
Yeah, little rivalry, and I think Kyrie let that get to his head tonight, because I think early on, Dame tried to dunk on him, and after that, then Kyrie was like, "Oh, no breaks off. I'm shooting. So it's like it was kind of like Dame shoots, he makes one. Kyrie's like, "Nah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna shoot." You know, he didn't really like look to get people involved this game, and with that, I looked at Joe Harris's stats tonight, and I'm like, Joe Harris had 12 points, and he was 2 for 3 from 3 or something like that. And I'm like, Joe Harris didn't shoot bad tonight, but we should have got him the ball more. Like, we should have gotten more shots. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why that didn't happen. But I'm like, was that due to Kyrie just, like, trying to go off one-on-one with Dame? Or was that... Because I know the Blazers don't play defense. Like if you look at this game, they didn't really, like... It wasn't their defense that locked up the Nets. It was just the Nets had a bad shooting night. The Nets were just shooting
because Kyrie was feasting on the inside.
He
couldn't shoot for shit today on the outside. Very little from the mid-range.
Yeah, it was just a bad shooting
night. The dude was feasting on the inside, and it just... Yeah, it's hard to tell, man, because he really just doesn't look like he has energy and emotion right now, and I don't know why that's just the feeling I get. And
but go ahead,
I just think it was kind of a bad recipe for tonight. Everybody's tired. There wasn't enough ball movement.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Julian. I know you want to talk about, because a lot of people talking about Kyrie in my DMs and stuff like, he's not passing.
The reason it felt like in terms of no passing, I think it was the whole Dame thing, because he's a competitor. This is somebody who people say he's better. People say, they always go at each other.
You can tell they have a little thing. They have a little thing against each other. Yeah, they have a little thing. You can tell they have a little thing against each other. Yeah.
Little thing. So I think that's part of it. But I think the reason that his 28 felt like it didn't have an impact is because in the first half he was so inefficient, and just overall the game as a whole was inefficient. Yeah. He didn't really start snapping until I think it was the end of the second quarter or the third quarter.
Yeah.
So you can attribute team play. Whenever he's on the floor, you can attribute how the team plays as a whole. You can group him up with that. But also when he was off the court, it just felt like everybody was missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the third quarter came, it was cool until the third quarter. But the third quarter was just everybody when he was off, because when you're on the court, he could set more people up, but he didn't do that. But even when he was off the court, it's just damn, it felt like every shot was just not going in.
Yeah.
Majority of the shots. So, I just think overall, I just think he should have got more people involved, which he's been doing, even though he is really on and off with his shooting and his overall scoring.
Yeah.
He's been passing the fuck out the ball. I think he had 10 one game, 12, 8.
Yeah.
Another 10.
This game, I think he just let that Dame thing.
This game, and I think you have to point to the whole Dame thing. He gave Dame a 55-point game, then Dame gave him a 60. Then you know what I'm saying. So I just think he got part of that. And then when you mix that with not being efficient, because when you're not efficient, you're giving the other team more opportunities.
Yeah.
So he's not playing to his efficiency.
Yeah.
Before. Pre-Ramadan Kyrie, he was shooting 55 from the mid and 52 from the field goal percentage. One of the, he was literally just as efficient as KD. And, I feel like they're the most efficient player. So I think that was the problem, just the not passing, the being inefficient. And then I think the team was off too. They was just from third to fourth. It was just, they was just off, bro. It was bad.
Yeah. And I said this last night. I was like Kyrie can't, when going into this game, and I was like, oh, Kyrie's playing against the Blazers, I was like, he can't go up against Dame, CJ, and Norman Powell. Those are three guys that can all score.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's it's without any help.
I did not realize how much firepower they had, bro. They got Melo. Nurkic had 20. Melo had 15.
Yeah, bro. They're top,
Powell had 23. Dame had 30. I was like, fuck. It's crazy.
They can shoot the fuck out of the ball.
Yeah, like I said, they're top 5 offense. They're the trash defense. They're the worst defense. But when it comes to scoring, they're one of the best teams in the league with scoring. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're number 7 in the West, doesn't mean they're not good. And like I said, the West is a tough division right now. I think they're 35 and 28. They would be up. They would be up there. If they were in the East, they would be up there. They would probably be number 5. But they're the West, so they're number 7. Let me read some comments to hold on. Somebody said Melo was working. Yo, Melo was.
I was so happy to see that, bro. I was happy to see him. He's still a bucket, bro.
Melo looked at Alizé and was like, this guy.
Melo has that mid-range shot, kind of like how Kobe did, where you're just not guarding it. I don't care how old he is.
Yeah,
he's still got that pure shot mid-range.
Yeah, Melo.
I like him on this team, bro. The post game, I like him on that team, bro. Obviously, I wasn't happy that he was fucking us up, but it's just good to see because he wasn't in the league and nobody gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? He's such a legend, so it's good to see him, on that team.
Yeah, Melo was going crazy off the bench. Somebody said Kyrie gave Dame 33 in the 60-point game too. Kyrie should have passed more. Not gonna lie. Shout out Curry said we win before no excuse. Just Nisha. Oh, shout out Just Nisha. She said the real ones are here, and that's all that matters. Shout out Just Nisha for that. Yeah, yeah. The real ones are here. The real ones are here. the real Nets. Nets guys are here after the losses. After the losses. Moses said, I was wondering why he didn't start DJ. Yeah, we were all wondering why. Like, I don't understand. He panicked. He's benched DJ for like 4 games, and then he saw Nurkic eating in the paint and was like, let me take Blake Griffin out and put DJ in. Melo can only shoot. He have losses on mobility. Yeah, Melo's, like I said, that's all you need with these older players. People understand, like, if you can shoot, you can play like till you're real, maybe 40. If you're like a lethal shot.
He's more than that. Like, he's not just like, he got the skill with it, bro. He pump fake, bro, and all that.
Post moves. He's like LaMarcus. He had those post moves, like, he's like he can shoot. He can have the post moves, turning face. Yeah, like that shooting's not gonna go away anytime soon.
I think we got to reiterate, because I'm seeing a lot of it in the chat. Like, some people are like, I'm worried. This. We're like, we can't. You have to. I mean, break it down again, AJ. It's like, how many people we got injured? How many people have been out? Like.
Oh yeah. Like, you don't. Yeah, no. There's no need to be panicked. There's no need to be panicked.
Leach just finally came back. Katie. I mean. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. Yes, tonight it sucks to watch our team lose, but it's like.
Yeah, there's no need to be worried.
If you want to base like a whole season off of not even a healthy team, we have one of our big 3 there. Like, you gotta just let them be them. Honestly, like, if your mind can't like process that like, this isn't like, we have one player here, we have a whole bunch of injuries. Katie and Harden is not out, and if they want to think that like the season is over or we're not winning a championship or this or that, you just gotta let them be them, because that's crazy. Like. Yeah. That's crazy. That's immature. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Like, today was designed for a loss. It just is. Like, all the recipe for a loss was there today, and that's not being shitting on your team. That's just realistic. Like, you just got to be realistic about what your team's chances are. Who's on the floor? You literally had one guy on the floor that could make his own shots. Maybe Mike James a little bit. Yeah. But outside of that, everybody is dependent on somebody setting them up, and you can't expect that all of a sudden you're going to ask all these role players that are not used to having to make their own shots, like, to consistently create a shot for themselves and get a bucket. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Let me read some of the comments. Somebody said it's all good. This game shows they should keep Mike James. Yeah, Mike James. Like I said, Mike James was not bad tonight. He was the only kind of like guy off the bench that was like giving us something, like, you know what I'm saying? Giving us some type of energy, some type of scoring. He was the only one kind of giving us some type of scoring. And I'm not mad at it. He missed a couple of chippies, but I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? He did his thing, 15 points. Somebody said, hopefully Kyrie can be better. Juice Kid Alizé doing the most. Why he think he a point guard? He's been bringing up the ball, though. But it's just like...
Yeah.
This game, Melo just made him look bad. Melo made him look really bad this game.
That's just inexperience. Because
he still had 12 rebounds though. He still had 12 rebounds.
He teed him up a whole bunch of times where you couldn't have played D on him, on Melo, any better. Yeah. Like, up in his face, hand in his face, and Melo still can put that. He's still a fucking pure shooter.
Melo's scoring on anybody in the league. Melo's one of the he's gonna go down as one of the best scorers. You know what I'm saying? Justin said Ramadan's almost over. Yeah, it's almost over. Aaron Brahane said literally Dame, CJ, Norm, Simmons, Melo can create their own shot versus just Kyrie. Yeah, well, Kyrie and Mike James, those two are the only people that can create their own. Somebody said DJ's trash. That Joe Dunk was fire. Who's starving? Who said that brother's starving? Oh, Kyrie. He said that brother's starving. Muhammad said, yeah, it was a back-to-back. Players retired. Steve clapping the trash. Had to actually coach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When that's what I'm truly worried about. I'm not really worried about the player. Like, I'm worried about when Steve Nash has to coach. That's when I'm worried. That's when I get worried. When Steve Nash has to coach, that's when things get crazy. You know, well, if the veterans are not on the floor, if we don't have the big three in, when the big three are in, He doesn't have to coach. But when stuff is like this, he's gonna have to coach, and this was not it. Like I said, you don't start DJ against Nurkic. Nurkic starts eating in the first half. Then you panic, take Blake Griffin out. I don't know why you started Blake Griffin. Take Blake Griffin out, and you put DJ in late. Then in the second half, it's just the rotations weren't good. The lineups weren't good. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Timeouts. Call timeouts when certain times. Just when you see the good on a run, just call timeouts. Like, this game, you should have used all your timeouts. Like, you shouldn't have no timeouts left as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Just use all of them. I don't care. You could use all of them. Just use all of them. Somebody said Sunday, let's get it. Yeah. Aaron Brahim said Nash got blown out and outcoached by somebody who Blazers fans want fired. Damn. Small ball? Yeah. They took advantage, man. Nurkic had 23. What did he have? 23 and 10?
Yeah,
check Nurkic's stats. Can't guard Melo. Nobody. I mean, like I said, Melo's one of the best. Melo's a good player, bro.
Well, everybody caught fire at the same time too.
Yeah.
Like Dame all of a sudden just.
It's like everybody caught fire in that third quarter.
Half court threes and shit.
Yeah, 18-6 run in that third quarter. Like I said, it was like a close game. It was like literally tied going into halftime. Then like the third quarter was when everything.
Close until the third quarter, bro. Yeah. Then third and fourth quarter,
everybody caught fire.
Yeah, third quarter got fired.
Nurkic had 9 for 12, 5 for 7 for free throws. He still had 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
But
Steve Nash should have done is start DJ against him and then bring Blake off the bench to match up with who's their other big man that was.
Cantor didn't do much tonight. He had 9 rebounds, but he had 1 block, but that was about it.
Yeah, that's what Steve Nash should have done. Match DJ with Nurkic and then Blake Griffin versus Cantor. I would have liked that more. Because, Blake Griffin and Cantor will do their little push and shove shit. And then you got Nurkic with DJ, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how he should have done it. I don't know why he did the reverse tonight, It was just weird. Somebody said Nurkic is elite. Yeah, he's a decent big man. Somebody said Kyrie needs to stop shooting KD transition threes. Juice Kid said DJ kept switching. That's how the whole defense is, though. Our whole defense is switching, bro. That's how they do it.
Yeah, it was that switching was really bad tonight. Yeah. Like, some games it works out where the switching's not so bad and it doesn't get exposed as bad, but tonight I felt like it was pretty bad as well.
Mike James and I've seen Kyrie and Mike James on Nurkic multiple times, bro, and it's like,
yeah. That's just how the Nets people just gotta accept that's how the Nets it's just what they do, it's just the switching is
D'Antoni.
Yeah.
That's D'Antoni to me. Like, genuinely. But Nash is head coach, and he should check that shit. Like, I feel that way. They're both wrong either way. Mm. They both fucking up.
And I think DJ, there was a few plays too where DJ was like out at the 3-point line guarding Dame or something.
Yeah,
I was like No Limit Kai was going nuts in the chat about it. He kept posting pictures. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like Kyrie or Mike on Nurkic, that's literally a free bucket. Yeah. Literally a free bucket. I mean, hitting DeAndre on Dame is damn near a free bucket. Like, it's like, bro, you're giving points away, bro. Like, why are you just throwing away defense? We could be so much better, bro, if y'all just didn't do that to every team.
Yeah. Cash Chaser said, I'm telling y'all, Joe Harris is not a defender. Start Alizé, bring Joe off the bench as a spark plug. That might have worked tonight. Because, like I said, Joe Harris didn't shoot bad tonight. It was just I don't feel like we didn't get him involved. We didn't give him enough shots. It's not like the Portland locked him up or, they were running Joe off. It wasn't none of that. It was just, we didn't get him the ball. Somebody said DJ is too early to double Dame. What were you gonna say?
What's his name? Juice Kid posted 2 little things where he's like, ask what went wrong from the Nets when they were down by 1 in the third. Mm-hmm. Kyrie Irving said a guy named Dame Lillard, and then I guess Juice Kid said that the comment section on Nash's Instagram is fucking going nuts on his head.
Oh yeah.
As they should.
He probably turned his notification off. He definitely been turned his because his should have been on fire since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Somebody said Nash needs to stop these super small ball lineups. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, like I said, that's really what worries me. Nash does worry me though, because in the playoffs, like, I don't know. Hopefully, like, we're all healthy. We're all healthy in the playoffs. Because if we're all healthy, Nash doesn't have to coach. If we're, like I said, the veterans, when we have all three veterans on the court, they're gonna be the coaches. You know, they're not gonna like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted Kyrie to more play like if he plays like Knicks Kyrie, you know, like how he played during the Knicks, bro. I feel like we win this game. Give me like 40 and 10 assists and good efficiency, because that's usually what he does. Yeah. You know, but it's like I'm just to a point where I'm numb to Steve Nash now, and whoever is like on the court, you know, whether it's KD by himself or Harden by himself or Kyrie by himself, like I just automatically like I just put my faith in them, bro, because it's like I can't trust none of that coaching staff, bro. Yeah. And they're gonna do that shit in the playoffs, bro. Yeah, like everybody get your fucking mind right, bro. Like they're gonna do that because D'Antoni is gonna do that. He does that every time, bro. Like,
that's the only thing I'm worried about is the coaching staff. But again, if we're all healthy, I'm not worried about the coaching staff.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about the coaching staff. We're all healthy. Like I said, it's these games where you have to coach. The games where we only have one of the big three out. The role players are struggling. This is where you got to coach. You know, this is where you got to coach. Call timeouts, change lineups, adjust, doubles, defensive schemes, double Dame, run them all 3-point lines, go zone one time. Like, you know, those type of things. That's when you got to coach. You know what I'm saying? Change shit up.
It'd be nice to hear him kind of like in the very beginning of the season, he would admit he needs to do better, but it's like I haven't heard him say that shit in a long time.
Yeah,
he hasn't it always seems like
he's not showing self-awareness. Like that's the worst part. Not being self-aware. He's acting like it's no problem, which is why I say a big part of that is D'Antoni, bro. Because like it's so crazy.
And we merely miss Claxton's usually the Portland killer. We really miss Claxton this game. Claxton usually always is the Portland killer. He'd be switching on to Dame, CJ. Like he's the perfect switch big for this Blazers team. So we really did miss Claxton. But let me transition into the injury report that we got tonight. Nash said, he said that Claxton is working out now, but he's just trying to get back in shape. So I guess they're ramping Claxton up. So that is good news. I guess he's off the protocols. And then,
they said he's about a week away.
He's a week away, so that's good news.
I sent you that. I don't know if you read that Bleacher Report, but they did an interview with him about that, and he said Claxton's here. He's doing things, but he needs to ramp up. He's about a week away.
Yeah, because he hasn't played in like 2-3 weeks, right?
No.
Yeah. He hasn't played in like 3 weeks. And then we got the Harden news.
So from what he said, and I'll pull it up again and I'll read it verbatim, they asked Nash about Harden, and he pretty much was like super, super, super vague to start here. I don't want to just misquote and say stupid shit, so.
I'm trying to find some Clax highlights. It's been a minute. I can't even find Claxton highlights.
He said, alright, so... They asked him about Durant. Durant said he wanted to play tonight, but they obviously wanted him to sit out. And then they said Nash also explained it may be a while until we see James Harden on the floor. James is probably a ways away. He's working, getting better, improving, moving in the right direction, and we're all positive and optimistic about his long-term outlook. But I still think we've got plenty of time before he's back on the floor. Then they ask him, how long? He says, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure whether we will or he won't. I just don't want to make a guess on one side or the other because I don't think that serves anyone because it's out of our control. Like, that response on him is pretty... Oh, and Bruce Brown will play, he said should play Sunday against the Bucks. So we should see Bruce Brown back this Sunday.
Okay.
But that's a pretty wide open, vague response.
Yeah, I'm used to it from Steve Nash. Like, he never tells us. Just tell us a timeline. You gotta tell us when he's gonna be back. Just tell us like a little timeline. Like, give us like a couple weeks out or something like that. But I guess Steve Nash be always doing that. He's a to be determined guy. You know, he never wants to like say something straight up. You know.
Yeah, and I just, it's like, I don't like that. What the comment I don't like, I'm not 100% sure whether he will or he won't. Like, that to me lets me believe that, like, you know, how serious is the injury? You know, like, we know it's kind of serious, but when you make a comment like that, that means there's got to be some kind of speculation where you're like, fuck, I don't even know if he's going to be back for the first round or not. I mean, thank God we have what? It doesn't begin till May 22nd, so... Yeah.
Oh, saying your mic is staticky again.
Yeah, shit, I'll reconnect.
Yeah, reconnect. Alright, so my mic is staticky. Staticky mic. Shout out SKT will be back by the playoffs. Empire said I always wanted Melo on the Nets. Playoffs literally in 2 weeks. Yeah, playoffs are close.
Yeah.
Muhammad said his mic is high.
Damn.
Someone give Kyrie a granola bar before the next game, please.
He just gonna pray.
Does that sound better?
Yeah, you're better now.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, LeBron's playing tonight.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Oh, I didn't even peep. Somebody just said the Lakers are losing. Yeah, they're worried. I think they played LeBron tonight because of what you call it. They're worried about going to that 6th seed. They don't want to drop to that. They're one game battle of that 6th seed. If the Lakers drop to that 6th seed, they might have to play the Clippers first round. And they don't want to do that. You know you don't want to do that.
I guess they said too, LeBron was pretty pissed against the Wizards game when they got fucking waxed.
Yeah, like they don't want to play the Clippers. Trust me, they don't want to play the Clippers first round. That would be very, very bad for the Lakers. Somebody said Kyrie got to play in the flow and stop forcing it. He'll get easier shots that way. Yeah. You can just tell Kyrie was forcing it this game, and that's, I think it was due to the whole Dame thing. The whole Dame.
Yeah, he don't do this every game.
Yeah, he don't do this every game. But I think it was due to the Dame thing. You know. I don't know, man. Somebody said Lakers losing. Empire 717 says virtually the Nets bench out there, and they scored 119 points on an off shooting night. Yeah, but you got to remember the Blazers are the worst defensive team in the league, so it's not like whoa, you know. The Blazers are the 30th defense.
I think we're going to be extremely happy with our bench once we're at full strength.
Yeah,
because I really do feel like between all the Harden, Kyrie doing his thing, KD being out, it's like I do feel like that bench has been the mainstay, and it's like they've had to come back and step up, and it's like that blessing in disguise, I think, is what's going to help us in the playoffs. That when you have all these other guys in and your number's called to come in, I think that you're going to see these guys I think the players trust the guys a lot more, and that's like another thing I kind of noticed. You saw KD trusting Elise more than other players, so I think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah. I think when we have a full team, they're going to look better. I think they got a lot of pressure on them now. Like they got to actually create their own shots. So it's like, you know what I mean? That's why Mike James looked so good tonight, because he's the only one on the team on the second unit that can create his own shot. You know. So it's just yeah.
Dude, some of his passes, that one, I don't know if you remember that one pass that he tried to get to Elise and it like went out. Like that he's putting some zip on some of them passes, man. Like especially the last game before, some of those inside looks that he was getting people were.
He had a nice no look pass to I think it was Blake. It was like crazy no look.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he's a great passer, yo. He's a good passer. Somebody said we got the easiest schedule remaining. First seed is ours. We still gotta get past these Bucks though.
I think we have an average schedule. I wouldn't say it's super easy, and I wouldn't say it's really tough. I would just say it's kind of normal.
And Philly won tonight, right? I'm pretty sure Philly won tonight.
Yo, my fault for putting up late.
Oh shit! Rage, what's good, bro?
Like you're in a
play the Bucks next.
Yeah, Sunday.
I feel like if KD and Kyrie are both there, I feel like that's a dub. To be honest.
Yo, I'm sorry. Say.
Sorry, did he not sound like he was in the laundromat? Like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, I'm crying. No, Rage, what's good though, Rage?
We're just playing with you.
Yeah, Rage was good, man. It's all good, bro.
Hey, I don't know. Is Oladipo gonna? Is Giannis gonna be back for Sunday? Because he was out. He's out today.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be back.
If he's not back, that's a dub, easy dub.
Honestly,
in my opinion, with Kyrie and KD.
If I'm the Bucks, I wouldn't risk it. I'm not risking no game. I'm not risking Giannis for no regular season.
I wouldn't either.
I'm not risking Giannis. Forget that. But the Bucks.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, you better now.
Yeah.
The Bucks sound.
Thank God. I don't know what's going on with this new mic, bro. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. I gotta rejoin. I gotta leave. Join back. Plug in my mic. Take it out, plug it back in, and it'll finally work.
That's all good, bro. You watched the game though?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you watched it. What was your take on it?
My goodness. Bad game all around. I mean, we were sticking it, and I mean, we were there until the fourth quarter. What was it? I kind of like what I saw from Mike James. Nobody was really doing much, but Kyrie. Pretty underwhelming performance, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It's just somebody said apparently Giannis is missing the next game. Yeah, they're not gonna risk Giannis. Yeah, they're not risking him. I wouldn't risk him at all.
Then why we even worry about them?
No. Don't. I'm not gonna say don't underestimate the Bucks without Giannis though. I feel like they still got Drew, Chris Middleton.
If KD and Kyrie there, I don't know. They are.
They're still a decent team.
They have one of the best cores.
Yeah, they're still a decent team.
The Sixers easily have a easier schedule than we do. And whatchamacallit, yeah, we have a harder. We're playing Bucks back to back. The Sixers have an easy schedule.
They won tonight, right? They won tonight, right?
I have no clue. I'll check. All I know is that I'm trying to watch LeBron come back and see. I'm really curious on how Drummond will work with AD and LeBron together.
He's coming tonight or tomorrow.
He's playing right now.
They're already playing.
Is it on? Wait, what channel is it on? It's on TNT?
No.
Oh.
Fuck that boy illegal.
Oh, the illegals?
Fuck that boy illegal.
I got my TV on the draft right now.
I'm already watching it.
I'm watching the draft right now.
That's why he didn't tell you what it was on. That boy.
The second round, bro. What the hell? The third round, bro. You might even be in the fourth. They're up to pick 179.
Nah, the Patriots are about to pick. The Patriots are about to pick is 96 right now. The pick is in.
The Patriots, dude. Who cares?
Yo, chill, man.
I know who that guy is, bro. He's gonna turn this team around.
Chill, bro. You know I'm a Cam Newton fan, so I gotta keep my eye on the team. Like what they gonna do.
How is he on a Giants fan though?
And he's been a Panther the whole time. Why are you a fan of him?
Yo, y'all gotta relax, man. K-Boo was just one of my favorite players. As soon as he got in the league, just one of my favorite players, man.
He was one of your. Oh, okay.
Actually, he's actually my only. He's the only NFL player I like. I don't know. He's the only NFL player.
Were you rooting for the Giants? It was a Super Bowl run.
It was just random. I'm like, yeah. I was like, why don't you like a Giants player or something? I was like, why Cam Newton? That's weird.
Yeah, he's just been my favorite player for like a long time.
Did you like the Giants during the Super Bowl time?
Oh yeah, like I said, I root for my home. I root for the home squad, but it's just like, I'm not like I'm not no super fan of the Giants. I'm not a super fan of the Giants at all. I'm not like a super fan.
You're a super fan of Cam Newton, like Julian is of Kyrie.
I'll say that. Yeah, I might be a super fan of Cam. I might be.
I'm not a super fan.
Super fan, just no. Yeah. I'm sorry, you love him.
Well, not like Julian level. I'm not Julian level, but I'm like
Yeah, you're more than a super
I'm like a ride or die.
Well, I'm a casual Kyrie fan.
Yo, shut.
Yeah, that's the
you adore
biggest
Kyrie.
lie you've told all year.
You said I'm a casual Kyrie.
They know.
I'm done. Hold on, we're about to pick right now. My fault, chat. I just gotta look at who they're gonna pick.
Someone you've never heard of before.
Shout out Muhammad. He said NBA TV. Oh, it's on NBA TV? Okay.
Do you have access to that?
They're asking. Muhammad is asking if you're an NFL bandwagon.
An NFL bandwagon?
Firescorp said he's a State fan. Is that me or the football team?
I'm not even a bandwagon.
I can't say anything about my favorite. I can't say anything about my favorite team. So
I'm just a Cam. Like when Cam retires, I don't know. Like I probably won't have an NFL team. I'll just watch the NFL. Like I'll just be a general NFL guy.
Who do you like? Do you like the Giants? Do you like the Giants?
I was never a real football guy. I'm more basketball, baseball. But
yeah, I don't really
if I had to root for a team, I would root for the Giants because that was like my brother's favorite team. Because you're either Jets, Giants, and I just never really was into the. When I watched it, I always had more fun watching the Giants.
Yeah,
so if I rooted for one, I would go for Giants if I had to root. But I'm not.
My guy, hey, what do y'all New Yorkers know about Plaxico Burress, man? The guy who fucking shot himself accidentally and went to jail for 2 years.
Yeah,
that was crazy. When that happened, I couldn't believe it.
Game-winning touchdown. Shoots himself. Accidentally goes to jail after that. But he returns to the NFL. He actually returns to the NFL.
I couldn't believe it, yo. When that happened. Damn, he drafted another defensive end. That's crazy.
Dude, bro, the Lions drafted 2 fucking D tackles when you need a wide receiver. What are you doing?
He drafted 2 D.
Do y'all like watch football? Like y'all sit down and watch a whole game? Because that shit is boring. And dude,
I pay attention.
You like all sports, Rage? You just watch all sports. You like all sports?
No, but I'm not really like. If I watch baseball, I'm just into like the my Detroit team. But that's about it. Football, I can actually watch football. Like I know my history on football and basketball. Like I could tell, that's a whole different topic. But I know a lot of shit about all that shit.
Oh, okay.
I only watch football during the playoffs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was talking to AJ about football. He's like, you know who that is? Like what?
AJ was checking you. AJ was quizzing you.
Nah, because Rage knows his football history, though. I was talking about, like, old players before. Like, Rage knows his football history.
Yeah, I don't know shit. Hey, I root for any Florida team. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes.
So you talk about whatever football team, whatever
yes, sir.
Whatever football team Kyrie Irving is on, you will root for.
No.
All right, now let's talk about. Wait, who was in the waiting rooms? I saw people in the waiting room tonight.
There's a lot of people in there, like 3.
There was hella people, bro. I just checked.
Chubbs was in there.
Polo.
Yeah.
Chubb said he had his family. Chubb said he had a family thing though. That's why I didn't. I was gonna bring Chubbs in there.
Bring them all up at once.
Oh God.
Yo, Chubbs, if you're in the chat, do you still got your family thing?
No. Who do you want me to bring up first? Chubbs has his mic muted, so I don't even know. Chasm.
Chubbs, you still got your fan? Okay.
Yeah.
He still got his fam thing. All right.
He said that. He said that.
Yeah,
Polo has been hitting me up. Do I save him for? I'll save him for last.
Yeah, DJ up.
How long has the stream been up so far?
Look,
about 50 minutes.
Yeah,
or a little, almost close to an hour.
So, if you had to guess, AJ, like how long do you think like this stream's gonna go on? Like, are we gonna allow like mad callers?
I don't want to go too far. Maybe just bring DJ and we'll bring Polo. We'll bring DJ and Polo. Because Polo did hit me too.
DJ and Polo. All right,
Polo hit me too.
Cool. Yeah, Polo's been hitting me. I just don't have the. I've just been doing that. All right, Chasm. I got
DJ. My dog. Ooh.
I left. He left. I dragged him in and he left. Yeah, yeah. Disrespect.
Hold on, no. He his shit probably tweaking. You talking about DJ Chasm?
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy.
DJ Chasm.
The disrespect. Chubbs is here. He said. So if Chasm leaves again, then
DJ Chasm, tweet. There he is.
What's up? Chasm, my guy. What's good, bro?
You are
another L, man. Damn.
Y'all can't stand Steve Nash, bro. Like, word too, like.
Get your shit off, bro. I know you want to get your shit off.
Get it off. Alright, so I wasn't even saying for me saying that we're gonna like win this, right?
Yeah.
But for me, like I'm just watching it, right? And this coach is just like setting us up for failure, bro. Like he's not like this. Oh my gosh, bro! I don't know where to start, bro.
And
switching shit.
Yeah.
That shit has to stop, bro. Like for me, like today I seen Mike James on Canner, bro.
Yeah.
Nurkic, all of that.
I seen this man on Canner, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. Like this shit is unacceptable. Like Mike D'Antoni, stop trying to turn us into Houston, bro. Like.
Dig into that nigga real quick. Dig into him real quick. Real quick.
Stop trying to stop turning us into Houston.
I'm saying.
Before I violate this kid, bro. Like, stop turning us into Houston. For me, so we're not Houston. For me, DeAndre is on Dame Lillard. I seen that. I'm like, okay, game over, bro. Game over. I seen that shit happen. Splash again. Splash. I'm like, oh my god, it's done. Like for me, that game is done.
Nah, it's just like I know that they just gets tired with the switching thing, but it's like I just learned to deal with it because I just know that that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. I hate it too sometimes.
How
but
do you? I understand, like you kind of numb to it now, but like it's still like every time you see something, like you're like, God damn, what are you doing? Like if we see that in the playoffs, just know, AJ. Imagine last play of the game, Game 7. Yeah. You see Landry Shamet on Joel Embiid. What are you doing? And we lose. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's where it gets crazy.
Bro,
that's where it gets crazy, bro.
Son, the first and like the first quarter for me, we like did a good job on like Dame Lillard, right? And then the third and fourth, as soon as you seen as soon as you seen like DeAndre on him, I was like, oh my god, it's a wrap. You seen DeAndre switch. I'm like, oh my god, again, you seen DeAndre switch. And then he pulled it from half court. I'm like, oh, it's over, bro. It's over. It's Steve Nash's fault, bro. It's switching shit, bro. You can't have that. That can't happen at all.
It's like, it does worry me for the playoffs, though, but the switching thing is just, it's something we're just going to have to deal with, you know? And I think it's going to get better when Claxton comes back because, you know, Claxton is that switch big man that we, you know, he's the switch big man that we can use in different situations. But yeah, it's just something like I said, I'm mad at it. I don't like it, but it's like
switch Claxton onto guards too much. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
oh no, not too much.
We know he can hold his own, but bro, he's gonna get tired and he's gonna get exposed. Like it's not that hard to expose someone who's 6'11".
He's gonna get exposed.
Then he do good against Dame.
Nah, he did good against Dame and CJ.
Just one game, like.
Nah, it was 2 games. It was 2 games he did that, bro.
We're told there's a lot of players that you can go onto a mismatch and that they can take advantage of him. He's still
a center. He's still a center. You know what I'm saying?
He's still a center and he's still young and he's still new to this. Like
okay, well pick y'all poison then. Who would y'all want switching then? Y'all want DJ or Claxton switching on?
Oh, Claxton. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I never
switching at all.
Listen. No. You can switch. No, it's smart to switch. Like sometimes, obviously, don't do it all the time. I'm not saying I'm not cool with like Claxton switching, but like there's gonna be moments where Claxton's inexperience and his size and just like how he is, it's gonna show. It's gonna go against him. You know, he's so young. He doesn't have that experience yet, and he's still learning. Like he's like 22. He's a 2nd round pick from last year. Like again, we know he's a great player, but it's still like it's gonna show up in the playoffs. I mean, he's really new to this shit.
The problem too, though, is you can't. We don't have good man-to-man defense either. So it's like either way, we're kind of like you gotta. Some guys can obviously do a little man-to-man, like a Brown, Claxton can a little bit, Elise can, but we don't have too many man-to-man guys that can just D up. So you have to kind of come. You gotta have. We got both, but they over switch, which is that's the part that kills me is the over switch, where it's just like you're doing it every time.
The defense,
we don't have nobody. We don't have nobody man to man shit. But you know what I'm saying.
The defense looks better with KD. The defense looked better with.
But you'd say overall.
Kyrie's not no man-to-man. Stop it, Julius. Stop it, Julius. Stop it, Julius.
We're not a good man-to-man.
But Saint, I seen Mike on Cantor today, bro. I'm like, yo, what's happening?
Yeah.
That shit can't happen.
Yeah, it's just
Mike James on Cantor.
Yeah, like, just like you saw DJ on
Kyrie on and his Cantor.
Like, come on.
The defense,
like, Steve, like, I know you're not stupid. Like, come on, like.
The defense
might be a little bit.
The defense looked better when last game when KD was playing. I don't know why the defense looked a lot better when KD was in there. But I don't know.
And that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, Blake can't start, goals. He's too slow for me.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
He cannot start.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Shit.
I don't know why he started him.
He keeps on doing that shit.
Yeah, that was the number one thing I said. I said Steve Nash made a mistake by starting Blake and not starting DJ, and then he matched up. I don't know who he matched up with, Eden's Canner. It was just terrible rotations all around. And
this guy thinks he's Phil Jackson, bro, like a guru. He thinks he's a good coach. Like, come on, bro. Like, you see this shit. You see this shit not like working. You still do this shit every time. And stop changing shit up, bro. You always change this shit up.
He does. And with the
he never sticks to what works, bro. That's his problem, bro. You gotta stick to what works, man. You have to, because we've seen the shit that works, bro. Our defense was good yesterday, but nope. You gotta switch extra. You gotta switch 10 times more than we did yesterday because it wasn't enough for you, Nash.
But part of that, though, AJ just alluded to it, though. Like, when you have Kevin Durant in your lineup, he does change your defensive complexion a little bit, too. Like, he really does.
Because KD's one of the best defenders on the team. I think it's KD and Claxton, probably KD, Claxton, Bruce Brown, best defenders on the team.
Yeah.
And then I'll put Jeff. I'll put Jeff, like, decent after that.
Alizé getting there. I like
What do you think about Alizé?
Ooh.
AJ, what do you think, bro?
He hasn't shown me enough. He hasn't shown me enough yet. I got to see more one-on-one. I got to see him more one-on-one.
I think he's a decent, wing defender, decent on the ball, like, when it kind of mid-range to out, but I don't think he's down low. He's
like, he's not me.
I know him
He's not Kyrie, right? He's not Kyrie.
I gotta see like Alizé actually guard somebody who can score. Like I've seen KD guard the best scorers. I've seen Nicholas Claxton guard Dame and CJ.
KD can really guard 1 through 5. Like I've seen him guard 5s.
Yeah, like I've seen KD guard.
The way he changes it too, though, is KD is good at getting in passing lanes. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I've noticed.
Long as fuck. He's always in a passing lane, damn near.
But that's my point, because if you think about it,
AJ,
we're not a huge passing lane team breaking it up. Like, we get a few here and there, but we're not that good at it. But when you put KD in there, he completely disrupts that whole area.
Yeah.
Yo, AJ, for me, I think on like last week, right? I think he locked up Siakam, bro. KD.
Yeah,
he did. Check the numbers.
Yeah, Siakam wasn't a non-factor. He was a non-factor, bro.
Well, one thing I can say is that Siakam has been ass this year. But Siakam's still good, and KD has proven himself. You know what I'm really excited to see now that now that you mentioned KD's presence and his switching and his defensive ability, I'm really excited to see him and Clax on the floor.
Yeah.
Because we really haven't seen a lot of just them both. Like, you don't see that a lot of switching. You're not like, bro, Clax and KD got good communication. Like, you've never hear anyone say that or whatever. You never really notice it. But I feel like the defense is gonna be really nice with them on the floor together.
Yeah.
It really depends on who's in the lineup where the switching is not as bad, because it's never going away. You're going to see it every game. It's just a matter of who's on the floor at the time when they're doing it. Because there's some people that are communicating that switch, saying, because you saw it today, there was a couple times where a big man got switched, and then Blake's really good. This is the part where I give Blake is good at recognizing the switch and then moving up and telling that player, I got him, go to the other guy. Especially when the ball is on the other side of the court. So there's people that do talk, but
yeah, that's what I'm got a key on Steve Nash. Like, the switching thing is okay, but when you switch, when the mismatch happens, you got to tell your players to communicate. Like, you got to make sure, like, oh, okay, Mike James is guarding, got switched on to Enes Kanter, right? Somebody on the team got to be like, no, I got him. Go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You, bro. Just
Yeah,
like the Warriors did with Steph Curry, bro. They
yeah. Remember when they would do that? Yeah, they do. Yeah, good, great point. They would do the same thing. They would try to expose Steph on those switches in the finals, and the Warriors would protect him. The Warriors would be like, no, Steph, go, Clay. Clay would tell Steph, go get my man, or go get this guy, and I got him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to protect him.
One thing I can say is that we even if we switch like guys, like if we don't try and switch, like bro, like we don't really have any like defender that will actually be able to stop. Like, you're gonna have to switch at some point, because just like you see the guys that we have on the floor, like if you have Shamit, Kyrie, TJ, Joe Harris, you know, like you're not gonna be able to switch much. Like, and if you do switch, like you're not gonna really like, it's gonna be a bad matchup regardless. None of those guys I mentioned are good defenders.
But we make like the same mistakes every time. Like, come on, like this is so like come on, think, bro. Don't y'all watch film every time in practice, bro? Like, we make the same mistakes every time. Like, I don't understand. Like, come on. That's what I don't like.
But the switches are OD. I want to see somebody at least try and fight through the screen.
That's what I'm saying.
At least just try. I've seen Shamit. The one thing with Shamit that I've seen that I don't know why, like it hits me like a thing of bricks. But like, bro, Shamit never like tries to like move from the screen. Like he's always getting put in a bad matchup. Yeah. He never tries to fight through the screen. And I think Sarah Kustok has mentioned it at least 3 times when he's like, why don't you like at least try to fight through the screen? Like, they just switch automatically. Like she's pointed it out. Like, if y'all really pay attention, like she's pointed that switching out.
It's not just her. It's Markham Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy. Every time for me, they always like say this every time about the Nets, and I say, oh my, like it's just so good. Oh my goodness gracious, bro! Like this switching.
Yo, is it just me, or is Champion always getting put in a bad matchup? Like, is he always doing something wrong on defense when it comes to that switching? Like, he's always a part of it.
It's not just him
when he's on the floor.
Everybody.
No, I'm not saying it's just him, but like, bro, I don't know why he sticks out to me.
And Tyler Johnson today was just too small today, bro. Like, we just, oh my god.
Coaches are like, good coaches are gonna expose that. They're gonna be like, okay, then let's switch everything. Yeah. So, give me a screen with Shamit. Give me whoever Shamit's man is guarding, screen. They're gonna be like, yo.
And we don't really have any good defenders either. Like, they're all small. We don't have small guys. Like, you're talking again, Joe Harris, Shamit's, TJ.
No, but that's lineups at the end of the day, because we don't have to go small. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We don't have to go small. We have enough people on our front court. Yeah, like I said, we don't have to go small. We have players that have size, but like I said, it all depends on who they put out there. And that's
when I say this now is like, I think our defense will be a lot like, well, of course when we get Harden, Cade, when we get everyone back, like I think our defenses will get out of the 20s.
Bro, so we need a like center bad, bro. Like Sean Marks, like, are you hearing me, bro? Like, DJ is just I don't know. DJ is just I don't know. He's not really getting that time, bro. Like, go scout for a center, like right now. Like, come on, Wave Chioza already. Like, he's still just there, just sitting down with a cast on his hand, bro. Like,
he said Wave Chioza already.
I'm trying to. You could put Chioza ass in.
I'm trying to.
There's really a lot of. Bro, to be honest, there's really a lot of players that we could get rid of. Like, there's like that aren't really going to provide. Like, that we probably aren't. Not a lot, but like there's still players like what. Like I like TJ just for the simple fact of him like being able to shoot and all that. But what else is he good for? Like, that's so working tonight. Oh my god, that's so. The way he plays, I said Bruce is replaceable. No, that man Tyler Johnson is the most replaceable guy I've ever seen play on the basketball court, especially professionally. That's so. He's so replaceable, and you can just get him just a random guy. If you can ask anyone to just knock down threes, especially an NBA players.
Why you doing like that?
I'm not, no disrespect to my guy, but we can't. We know that he doesn't play point guard. We know he can't play defense. We know he's too small. Like, he's not really good for much of that we do. Like, he's just a good spot up shooter. He's not. He doesn't really try to play that point guard. Yeah, I think Mike James,
a good point guard.
Mike James provides more to us than Tyler Johnson, in my opinion. Way more.
Stop smoking layups, bro. Like, you keep smoking like so much layups, bro. Like, just calm down, like, and make your layups. He's smoking it.
Hold on, let me read some comments. Somebody said, shout out Juan. Kyrie had a bad game. He's too slow today. He's not aggressive. Paul Newer said Claxton, Kevin, Kyrie, Blake, James, starting 5, James and Griffin can charge and steal. Sleepy said Brooklyn is going to get exposed in the playoffs. You need a defense to win championships. Shaman is trash.
Shut your ass up.
He said Shaman is trash.
I mean, I hope all the Brown haters, all the Bruce Brown haters are realizing
now we miss
how much you miss his D.
I did miss Bruce Brown, bro. Like
his energy is crazy too. Like that's one thing I like about it, bro. Alize and Bruce, like I love those two guys for the simple fact that they bring energy and they're always trying and they're always doing whatever they can to, like, you know, get themselves involved. Like, you never see them just standing. Like, they're always moving around.
Somebody said TLC suck. Claxton, Durant, Harden, Kyrie, Blake, starting 5, all can switch. Oh, what's a good? Wait a minute, what's starting 5? Claxton, Durant, Harden, Kyrie, and Blake. Okay, he said that starting 5 can all switch charges and steals.
I don't know. I will put Kyrie. I will put Kyrie at the 5.
If
Blake cannot
switch, I'd rather have Jeff. I'd rather have Jeff than Blake. Jeff than Blake.
Thank you. Have you seen Blake switch? Who said that?
Bro, Blake is slow, bro. Blake has IQ, but he's really slow.
He's slow, bro.
Blake is better off the bench.
Thank you.
So much better off the bench, bro.
He's not. He's a better off
good depth in the playoffs. Yeah, he just provides. Jeff Green provides way more of what we need than Blake.
I was shocked tonight, bro.
Jeff can move.
I was shocked.
Yo, Steve, stop starting Jeff at the 5, bro. He's not a 5, bro. Please,
Blake
bro.
started at the 5 tonight.
I know, but every time, I'm saying, like, in some games I see Jeff at the 5, bro. He's not a 5. Like, M. Birch made him look
a better 5 than Blake.
Like Echo. You think so?
Yes, way better. Yes.
Yo, to be honest,
I don't want either of them at the 5.
Just please, for me, just start like DJ at the 5, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jeff should be a 4, especially the way he's shooting right now. He's shooting lights out right now. Did y'all see what his shooting percentage was in the last level game?
That's what, bro. Blake and Jeff Green aren't centers. Stop putting out the 5. But you know what? Why don't you start DJ?
The problem is since we lost LaMarcus Aldridge, it put us back in that same debate that we were having before.
Yeah.
When we had Aldridge, it solved the problem, and you allowed Blake and
Jeff Green.
Jeff to be at that 4 spot where they need to be. Problem is now is we're back to the shitty center positions where we've got to deal with DJ and Claxton. Depending on Claxton at center is to me matchup dependent. Like, he's still good, he's still got hustle, he's still gonna get a thing, but certain guys he's just gonna get pushed around because he doesn't have that meat on his bones yet. So we're back to that.
You're just depending so much on him. You're just depending so much on a guy like Claxton. Like, that's so hard for somebody like him. That's so much to put on a 21-year-old player who's a second rounder last year, and he would still get back into the gist of playing ball.
And yo, guys, did you see Jeff Green against Ken Birch? Like, Ken Birch made him look old, bro. He made him look bad.
Why you say he made him look old?
I still want to.
He made him look bad for me. The rebounds that Ken Birch had.
It wasn't just Jeff though. He made the whole front court look like it wasn't just Jeff. It was everybody there. He made the whole front court. He made Blake look bad. He made everybody in the front court.
Jeff caught it the most.
Nah, but what Saint said though, that is really eye opening. Like, why does Steve Nash trusted LaMarcus to guard, but then he doesn't trust DJ to guard? He don't trust DJ at all, but he trusts LaMarcus to guard.
But then he wants to go and
lazy, that's why.
But then he wants to go and put Jeff Green and Blake and
you know what I'm saying? Because he's benched.
That is the part that I mean, that's the part that kind of
like if LaMarcus was still here, LaMarcus would be starting all these games. But DJ played DJ started one game and then he's been benched for like 4 games in a row. It's like, does Steve Nash not trust him, or like I don't understand it. And some of the centers, like I understand benching DJ when we play like a mobile center, but some of the centers we've been playing have been DJ's type of like centers. That's why I'm like, why is he?
Tanner, Nurkic, those are both guys like
Birch.
that. Those are both guys.
Birch, it's not like we've been playing some 3-point shooting centers. We haven't been playing
guys who can't shoot the ball like that. These guys aren't shooting the ball. These guys aren't threat from shooting. And guess what? DJ isn't too. And DJ's a paint guy. He's so perfect. Every time when you see him up against Joel Embiid, guess where DJ is? In the paint.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I'm confused why Steve Nash.
It just helps. He helps. He's so much better against that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know the matchups. Like I don't know what Nash is really thinking. Like I hate seeing guys, 5, bro.
Yo, guys, for me, like, do you think that we're gonna get another center?
No, I don't know. At this point, I would think they would have done it already. If they were to pick up somebody, and they really were going to get another center, there's only like 8-9 games left. Like you would think that they would get somebody so that at least they could get acclimated. I just can't.
There's 7 games left, bro. Like
7. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
bro. Maybe we're gonna get exposed, then, bro. We're gonna get exposed. We're gonna get exposed.
We'll have Clax back. We'll have Clax back. But at the end of the day, yes, we will get exposed because if DJ's not trying, you're automatically getting way worse.
If we have everybody back, Durant, James, Kyrie, Claxton, Bruce Brown. If we have everybody back, it's going to not be as bad as we're seeing it now, but it is going to be an issue in the playoffs, especially against the Sixers, especially if, say, we make it to the finals and we face the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem with the Lakers.
It's going to be a problem that's going to be there. The hope is just that, quite honestly, the big 3 can do enough damage that it negates that exposing. That's what it comes down to.
The Bucks too, though. Saint, the Bucks.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Wait, the Bucks? How? With the Bucks?
Yeah, the Bucks with Brook Lopez and Giannis.
But Brook Lopez
is not. Brook Lopez doesn't. All he does is stand outside.
What are we going to look like against the Lakers? What are we going to look like against the Sixers? Like that's a lot of questions. Those are both teams that we're most likely going to be facing. If we see there's no way we don't see the Lakers in the finals if we make it there. There's just no way. Clippers are going to give them problems, but I still can't see the Clippers beating the Lakers. Like you think of the squad. Like if we lost that Lakers game and they had no LeBron or AD, granted, whatchamacallit, Kai did get ejected early in the third. Like but the bench players were going absolutely crazy.
And real quick, Paul Newer is like, bro, stop with the DJ. I would rather play Mike James at 5.
Yeah, he's capping.
We would all love to not play DJ, but guess what? That's all the fuck we got. Like, we are going to be forced to play DJ in the playoffs. There's no fucking way you're going to make it through some of these big teams without playing DeAndre Jordan. It's just not going to happen. Like, he's going to be in there.
I just think the teams we got to worry about is the like as far as the center thing is the Sixers, and when we get to the final, if we get to the finals, Lakers and Clippers, like those are the teams I think. Because the Bucks, Brook Lopez doesn't play. He's not that type of center. He just stands by the 3-point line and shoots. He only averages 4 rebouns. He only averages 4 rebounds.
He's so slow too.
Yeah,
I can agree with you. I'll agree with you on that.
Slower than Aldridge.
Yeah, Brook only averages 4 rebounds. It's not like he's gonna get 25 rebounds.
He's 7'1".
Yeah,
he's big though. I ain't gonna lie, he's big though.
He don't play big though.
Giannis too.
He don't play big.
He's still really but we're talking. But if you're talking about Lopez, be honest. Like if you watch Lopez now, dude, he's slower than a turtle, bro. It's bad, dude. He's not gonna be a threat to us, bro. Unless DJ just lays back in the paint and we don't try to do anything.
Like, Brook put up 22 tonight. Yes, he's slow, but the man's still giving you this. The man's still giving you, like, 15 to... I mean, what's he averaging this year? He's still giving you decent numbers.
I'm telling you. He spaces the floor out, bro. He spaces...
He turned into a shooter, bro. He's a shooter.
That's something that, like, you can't... In certain situations, you aren't going to be able to double Giannis if Brook is right there. Like, a defender's not going to want to leave him. So in the last 10 games, Brook has averaged
double figures in all 8 games, and he's never gone under 10. He's had 22, 15, 22, 11, 5, 16, 7, 17, 19, 18. He's still a bucket.
Brook Lopez.
And he still has, like, I would much rather have Brook Lopez than DJ, quite honestly. He's still giving you, he's still grabbing you rebounds.
Nah, how many rebounds are you grabbing? I mean, I know he shoots threes. But
he's not getting as many as he was. But he's been averaging like DJ numbers. You know, some game he'll come out and he'll have 8, and then he'll have 4, and then he'll have 2 or 12. You know what I mean? Like but still, he is a scoring big man. That it's not like you can sleep on him. But I think he's easier to deal with than, say, the Sixers, obviously the Lakers, other teams like that have very active big men. I mean, that's going to be, you know, we can work around those other center issues and big guys in some of the other games because they're just not as they're not as a threat as some of these other teams are. But it's going to be an issue.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's getting like I'm scary now, bro. Like it's getting scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
It's scary because we have 7 games left and we don't know what our lineup's going to look like, and that's a fair feeling and assessment of like your team right now because you don't know what it's going to look like come playoff times. You have hope of what it's going to look like.
The Lakers, bro. The bigs that we're going to have to face: AD, LeBron, Drummond. Markieff Morris is still a big guy. Marc Gasol, Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, that's the only team I'm worried about if we get to the finals.
Rebounders, they're literally, bro. That's the best matchup.
That's
bro.
the Nets' weakness. They're literally the whole team is a Nets' weakness. The Lakers team is a Nets' weakness.
They have all of our all the holes we have in our game. It's basically all their strengths. And same thing with us. Like we're literally like a puzzle piece. Those teams are like a puzzle piece, bro.
Yeah,
they could beat us, bro.
The Lakers are dangerous.
They expose our weaknesses. They expose our weaknesses. We expose theirs.
The thing that makes the Lakers dangerous is if they are hitting their outside shots. They're not a great outside shooting team, but if they're playing the D that they play and then the shots are falling for them outside the arc, that's a tough team to deal with.
I know it is. Especially on defense. We're lazy too for me. Like we're so like lazy on defense. And I hate that about us, bro.
If they're hitting outside shots, bro, I don't even like consistently, like really going crazy, bro. I don't know if we beat them. So I'm gonna just
that's my man.
I'm gonna hope that they don't. I'm gonna really hope that they don't.
Bro, them hitting outside shots and they got the number 1 defense, right? Don't they have the number 1 defense?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god, bro, that's so. Like like I still think we'll be fine. Like I still think we can beat them. I still think we can beat them like 4-1, 4-2. I think we can beat them 4-2. But like, it's still like, bro. Like if you think about that team, like no bias shit, and you actually look into that team, outside guy looking in, you're like, bro, the Lakers are stacked, and like then that's like if you just look, bro, if you watch the games, you'll be like, bro, the Lakers can really beat us in a lot of forms. Like they have so many big bodies. They have 3 centers, and we're playing 1 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
We literally need everybody to be healthy. That is our end game. Like we need it. Yes, we have the big 3. Yes, we have 3 of the top players in the league, but we need to be 100% healthy from starting all the way down to the role players.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Claxton can't handle Marc Gasol and Harrell. He can't. It's just facts. Claxton can't handle them. It's just facts.
Nah, Claxton can handle Harrell.
No, he cannot. He's 6th man of the year.
Yes,
he's former 6th man of the year.
Come on.
Yeah, Harrell's good, but Harrell's not playing
about that.
But he's not playing.
Hold his own.
Harold is not playing like he played last year.
You think so, AJ?
He's playing. He's not.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I think Claxton got him. I don't think Harold's that.
Last year
he might. That's a tough matchup, though. It's a tough matchup. It's tough.
Yeah, Harold's nice. Harold's all right, but bro, he is not a threat.
No, I'm
Harrell
not
is
saying
a
Claxton.
threat. Have you been watching him?
I'm not saying Claxton.
Bro, Harrell is not a threat, bro.
Against Claxton?
Come on now. Come on now.
Rebounding? Like how rebounding him?
Against Claxton? Like, come on, for real?
Claxton is bigger than him. Claxton is taller than him. But bigger, I mean taller. Bigger, I mean taller.
Yeah.
All right.
He can still get rebounds, bro. Like I was talking about, like, you know.
I think Claxton can guard him.
Like,
I think he can guard him.
Exposed sometimes in the playoffs. But Claxton can beat him in a board count. Like, I can realistically, if you have Claxton and Harrell playing 30 minutes, I can see realistically Claxton getting 8 and Harrell getting 6.
The last Lakers game, did we play was Claxton there when we played them?
Yeah,
Lakers?
he was, bro.
What did Montrezl have?
That's the game. That's the game where he was getting exposed by a shooter.
Oh, okay. But what did Montrezl have that game?
He scored. A couple points, but for me, I think he scored a couple for me points.
I think he can guard him. I think he can guard him, but I'm just saying it's not going to be. It just depends on. It's a tough matchup. It's not going to be. He's not going to be eating. He's not going to be eating.
Hell no, bro. Yeah, Harrell's alright, bro. But hell,
Sixth man of the year last year.
That's not who we got to worry about.
We're not talking about this year, bro. We're not talking about last year. We're talking about this year, bro.
When we're talking Lakers, though, that's not who we got to worry about. Though. We're not worried about Harrell when we're talking about Lakers.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying he's trash, bro. I'm not saying he's trash. I get what you're saying. Like, he's not a trash player. Like, he can finish. I'm not. But, bro, Claxton matches up against him pretty well.
Yeah, he does match up
pretty well. It's a really good matchup.
It's not like we're not worried about Harrell though. I'm more worried about the other guys, AD, LeBron, and Drummond.
I'm more worried about Drummond can eat against anyone.
Drummond, LeBron, and AD. That's what we should be worried about.
I hate Drummond, and I don't like him, obviously, but like he can still eat up against the guys that we got playing big.
Let me read some comments. Somebody said Harrell got exposed by the Nuggets last year. Yeah, Harrell's bad on defense. Yeah, he is bad. He did get exposed last year.
So the last game we played against the Lakers, Montrezl Harrell had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 10 points. That's all right.
Yeah, it's
not anything spectacular.
Yeah.
Claxton had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 1 assist.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a good matchup. It's not like they're gonna it's not. It's an even. I think it's an even matchup. I think it's even.
I think Montrezl was a lot more effective last year than he has been this year, but
it's an even matchup. But like I said, we shouldn't be worried about Harrell. We should be worried about the big three: Drummond, LeBron, and AD. That's what we should when we talk on Lakers.
We should be worried about their front court.
Like who out impacts? Like, are y'all talking about who out impacts each other in a game or like on each other? Like,
yeah,
because I don't even think they could be.
I'm thinking about that.
Oh, like who has more impact throughout the?
Yeah, who has more impact?
It's debatable. I mean, it depends. It depends on, I think either or can happen. But Harrell is, he has more playoff experience. That's what I'll say.
He has more experience.
It's gonna be a good matchup, though.
Yeah.
Somebody said Lakers are not that good on their offense. To be honest, with me to outscore them, and that it's quite possible with the big three. Yeah, and I think it would be a 7-game. I think that might be a 7-game series if we play the Lakers in the finals.
Their scoring is good. Like, stop, bro. It's just their 3-point shooting.
They have LeBron, bro, and now, Ben McLemore is 3 for 3 right now.
What's the score? What's the score of the game? I'm not even watching.
It's 50.
It's 56-55. They're almost losing to the Kings with LeBron and AD and Drummond.
Really? And De'Aaron Fox playing?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm surprised.
But you know what the Lakers gonna do on I forgot
De'Aaron Fox.
And they might trap
Whoa! De'Aaron Fox isn't even playing.
De'Aaron Fox not playing?
Fox isn't even playing.
See?
Whoa! Whoa! That is nuts. Yeah, it's the Fakers.
The Kings are winning?
No, they're down by 1. It's 56-55
by 1. But LeBron's got 9. It's the first half.
Yeah, for me, they're just gonna trap KD, and that's it. Trap him every time. They probably will.
That's fine. And Kyrie and Harden is gonna eat. Who? The one on the Lakers is guarding Kyrie or Harden? Who's guarding Kyrie and Harden?
No, nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Dennis Schroeder is not guarding Kyrie or Harden.
But that's where we like
Who's guarding Harden?
The big three have got to be on
touching Harden
in order to really outweigh our defensive deficiencies. That's that's the big question.
Let me get on to this is a say whatever hour. We're gonna end it on this segment. It's basically we'll respond to anything you guys say in the comments before we end this.
We still got Chubbs and Polo in the waiting room.
Oh yeah, bring Chubbs in. Let's bring both of them in. Fuck it, just bring both of them in. Somebody said LeBron can't guard KD. That's a fact. Kings don't even got Fox. Y'all saying y'all taking Montrezl over Clax? No. We're not saying that. We're just saying that it's an even. I think it's an even. It's an even matchup. Like, like it's just pulling them against each other. Claxton's an elite defender. He can score. He can create. He can face up, drive. Montrezl is the same way, but Montrezl is not as good as a defender as Claxton though. So it's like pick your poison. I'm not saying Claxton's better. I'm just saying it's an even matchup to me. Like it's not like one outdoes the other. They just kind of like cancel each other out, in my opinion.
Yo,
it's good, bro.
Not gonna lie, I think Montrezl's breath looks like it has acid. I mean, don't you you just feeding just like ew.
Like some Mortal Kombat shit,
like a reptile, like ew.
Somebody said Barkley's at 100%. Yeah, it's true, man. July 1st. Yeah, July 1st is back. New York is back July 1st.
We can score with. For me, any team, it's just for me, it's the defense. That's what, for me, I'm worried about. The defense. That's all, bro. That's all.
Yeah, people got to understand, teams got to, teams got to keep up with our scoring at the end of the day. Because we're still the number one offense. So it's you know what I'm saying?
Whenever I try to compare the series, I just look at the Clippers game. Because I feel like
when everybody's here, bro, our defense is not that bad.
I feel like for the Clippers game, really shows, how we'll play against, that's our potential damn near. That's pretty much close to our ceiling. That Clippers game, how KD had 30, Kyrie had 37, James Harden had 25. I think he almost had a triple-double. Mm-hmm. So it's that I look at that whenever I want to reference, whenever I want to try and predict the Lakers season, I just look at that game. That game was so legendary.
That's probably game of the year.
Shout out Empire 717. He said healthy Nets team is not going to get exposed in the playoffs. Just Nisha said these haters low key want to be us. No Limit Casa. Remember when the Nets beat the Lakers with LeBron? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but with a completely different team. With a completely different team, though. Yeah. You actually had somebody named Jared Allen.
Without Anthony we didn't have Jared Allen, but
yeah, we did.
We were without
the first Lakers.
No, that was Harden and
that was Harden. That was Harden and Kai. That was Harden and Kai. But they didn't have AD or Drummond.
Yeah,
or Dennis. I think he was in health and safety.
Yeah, Schroeder was out.
Beginning of the season, you're talking about, right? When we played the Lakers.
Yeah. No, we didn't start playing the Lakers till February. That's when all the Clippers game was there. We didn't start facing those teams until that's when Harden was there.
No Limit Kai is talking about. He's talking about last year. I think he was talking about last year.
Last year?
I think that's what he was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Last year or this year?
No Limit Kai. I think was talking. Was No Limit Kai talking about last year? I remember when Spencer and beat them. It was just Spencer and somebody else. Was Karras there?
I remember when D'Lo took him out of the playoffs.
I think that's what I'm thinking about is the last year before.
You
know what it was? I was thinking of the Philly game.
Oh, okay.
When we had Jared Allen.
Somebody said Ben Simmons thinks he's the next MJ. Julian, did you see Harden stripping lately? Wait, what? Oh man, I forgot to say whatever. It's to say whatever.
Who did they say is the next MJ?
No, somebody said Ben Simmons.
What? Don't even entertain it. Do you guys think Tatum is the next Kobe?
Oh, Tatum.
Jason
No.
Tatum.
He's going to be a
Tatum's got it, though. Tatum's got it. Tatum's got it, but
He has it. He's just not yet.
He's not going to be on Kobe's level.
Yeah, I think we've already. How old is he? 24? 20, 23?
He did just drop 60. He did just drop 60.
But guys, if you see how Tatum plays, he kind of like
He plays like him, but Kobe is a different type of thing. But he does play like
animal, different type of animal.
You also got
Boston
some
Celtics player playing like a Lakers player. That's blasphemy.
But he could. I mean, he could get.
I want to come in here, Rage.
Kai? I mean, AJ? AJ, I didn't say anything, Howard. What you trying to do?
We got.
But he also got some Kyrie moves too, Tatum.
What's like the best?
Kyrie low-key trained that man.
Yeah, trading him. That's the best guys to get trained, Kobe and Kyrie, for offense.
For offense, yes, sir.
They're saying Tatum had a 60-point game today, and then they made a 32-point comeback.
Like I told this to Chubb, like imagine if Kyrie and Tatum were the duo. They would probably be the best duo in the league. Probably. And they would probably
imagine Harden and Tatum.
And they would have won.
Harden and Tatum.
Oh my God! Yeah, he almost got traded to Boston. Yeah, Harden. He almost got traded to Boston.
Harden and Tatum, bro.
Ew.
Would be deadly, dude. That would be deadly.
I think that would keep Mike James.
Wait, do you think that would be better than Kyrie and KD?
Oh yeah,
Harden and
keeping it.
Kyrie and KD.
Harden.
That's like Moscow. I think after this season, so I don't think so.
No, like Harden and Tatum, would it be better than Kyrie and KD?
Bro, like.
Ray,
I don't know how that money works in Moscow.
Ray,
what about me?
I'm saying.
What about me?
You heard what he asked?
It's just a question.
What did he ask?
He said it's Harden and Tatum better than KD and Kyrie.
Yo, this guy just be chatting, bro. You know,
Ray, you can just say no. Why you gotta say Why you can't just say no?
For my opinion, no.
Yeah.
They're not the,
It could.
He just saying that just to say that he don't believe it. Swear to God, kids don't.
No,
but
bro, Tatum just dropped 60. When is Kyrie dropping 60, bro? Yeah, he dropped 50 last year, but
multiple 50s.
He did just
talk about
he did just get outplayed tonight. He did just get outplayed tonight. I mean, Kyrie did just get outplayed tonight. I mean, we're not gonna ignore that, right?
By one of the best point guards. By one of the best point guards, or the best point guard, arguably.
Facts. Yo, Sean Martin, arguably look at a center, bro.
But I thought Kyrie was like a type of god you or something, bro. Like you're like Kyrie. I know you can tell, but come on.
I mean, he's outplayed Dame multiple times. They got.
Here's another question, Rage. Would you rather have Dame as your point guard or Kyrie?
Kyrie by me.
I'm not. Kyrie. I'd rather have Kyrie.
I think you wanted to say Dame.
You know what's crazy?
Saying. You know, I can't tell my honest opinion.
Yo, the difference.
Yeah, you can. You can.
No, I can't.
I'll be real. I would rather have Dame because I like his game better.
You know why I think Kyrie's? You know, the difference with Kyrie is like Dame and Steph Curry. They get most of the shots from screen. Kyrie doesn't need a screen to get his own shots. Kyrie literally does not.
And he's more efficient.
He's more efficient than both of them. And he doesn't need screens.
Steph's pretty efficient right now, though. Steph is like pretty efficient right now. I ain't gonna lie.
You got my answer, bro. You know my answer.
No, I know, but I also think Damian Lillard gets players involved more than Kyrie does. They could both score lights out.
How many assists is Dame averaging?
He had 9 tonight.
Yeah, I disagree. Dame doesn't get his players involved because, that's why they got swept by the Pelicans.
Right,
remember that series?
Yeah, he's averaging 6 or 7.
So in the last 10, 15 games or something like that, he's at 9, 5, 6, 5, 5, 10, 3, 10, 6.
Had more in the last 10 games.
Yeah, you're right, Shane. This year, Dame is getting his.
I'm just saying, Dame gets people involved. I'm not. He averages.
Oh, wait.
He's averaging 7.
We're talking about Kyrie and Dame right now. You're talking about Kyrie and Dame right now. You going off the past 10 games. So say I'm
just saying because you were saying he gets people involved. So I'm just telling you what his assists are.
Go over assists again.
Shit! I have to go back to the page.
His last 10 games.
What is it?
Last 10 games.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have close to the same in the last 10 games.
Does he have any 10 assists or 12? Because Kyrie had 10, 12.
Dame slightly averages a little bit higher average assists than Kyrie when you break
on the
all
season,
down.
right?
Just,
on the season.
But in general, I'm just saying in general, when you break down all season averages, Dame has like a slightly higher.
Looking at it?
Yeah,
you're looking at it.
They have damn near the same stats this season.
Yeah, this season they're pretty close. I just like Dame. Dame was supposed to be a Nets pick that we gave to fucking away in that Billy King thing. Like we could have had Dame.
We picked up Derek Favors, I think, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, but we could have had Dame.
I fuck with Dame too. I like Dame.
Yeah, but you
had Dame, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
You guys gotta give like Kyrie the best. Like Kyrie's playing the wrong position. For me, he's like a 6'2" Kobe Bryant. He's playing the wrong position.
He's playing shooting.
Yeah, he's playing the wrong position. Like Kyrie's not a point guard.
Kyrie could have been one of the best players of all time if he was 6'6".
Exactly. Same with Iverson.
I mean, but all guards pretty much like hybrids now. I mean, Curry's a hybrid. Dame is a hybrid. I mean, they're score first. They're like a shooting guard and a point guard, like put in one.
Bro, the man is 6'2" for me posting up.
If he was 6'6", that would be unfair.
It's just me. Like Kyrie does so much. That Dame does.
But he would lose. He would lose some handle. He would lose a little bit of his handles and quickness, obviously, because his handles, but he can split the defense like crazy.
My only problem with Kyrie is that he really like Kyrie's great. Like he's led us to wins games, but like we know he can't carry a whole load. He can't carry a team to the playoffs. We know that.
He has done that though.
He did that he did it in Boston.
A team by himself.
Yeah, he was.
Team by himself.
There was no stars.
He had people.
That Jason
doesn't matter if you don't have stars on that team. You can still have good players around you.
Okay, but Jason Tatum.
Are you serious?
It's still stars. Yeah, it's not. There's no stars on that team.
You gotta compare him and Harden. You got to do it, and they're in different conferences. You got to do it. You have to do it.
Got a point.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me about carrying a team because that's like a different type of skill. I mean, Harden averages probably more assists than Kobe, but Kobe didn't have no stars on his team. He won. He almost three-peated. So carrying is kind of overrated a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Carrying's overrated just to make Kyrie sound better.
I'm talking about Kobe.
Because Kyrie is great, but he ain't anywhere even near Kobe Bryant's level. You all tripping, dude.
I'm not putting him near his level.
This man Julian got a Kyrie body pillow. I swear to God.
I bet he does.
I mean, but Kobe doesn't pass. Like people think that you need 12 assists. If you're not averaging 12 assists and you're not passing, that's not true.
Yeah, but if Kyrie was on Kobe's level, I wouldn't give a fuck what Kyrie does. But he's not on his level.
I'm not saying he's on his level. I'm just saying that y'all are overrating the whole carry a team thing.
No,
if you're carrying, nobody's ever won. Nobody's ever won a championship. Nobody's ever won a championship by carrying a team. Nobody carrying a team has ever won.
Yeah, but still taking a team. Listen to me, yo, listen to this. You gotta listen to this. Harden carrying that bum-ass 2016-17 Houston team to the playoffs, the first seed. That's overrated. Is that overrated? Is that overrated to you?
It's a cool accomplishment, but winning. It wasn't a bum team.
Cool. It wasn't a bum team.
I said it's a good accomplishment.
Yes, it was.
I said it's a good accomplishment.
No, it wasn't.
I said it's a good accomplishment.
Polo.
How can you be a?
It's a good accomplishment.
Wait, what seed was it?
It's a good accomplishment. It's a good accomplishment. It's not. It's
impressive. They were the first seed.
Okay. How can you be a bum team and you're the first team? You're the first seed. I don't get that. You can't be a bum.
Do you want me to read the players to you?
When I think bum, I think of the Cavaliers. I think of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, that LeBron.
That's what I think.
LeBron carried. Yeah,
but it wasn't a good team. It was below decent. It wasn't a good team.
Hey, you listen. Look at the conferences though. Look at the conferences. Come on now.
Yeah, I said it was a good accomplishment. It's not, But carrying and winning is different. Like it is.
Next topic.
James Harden doesn't perform in the playoffs. He doesn't. He has he's number 2.
He got you there.
No, listen, chat. The reason why we're arguing is because AJ is not here right now. That's y'all gotta know.
How many 50-point games Harden has? He's like number 2 all time, number 3, something crazy like that. He has 0 in the playoffs.
He has also.
Yeah.
He had 0 in the, so that shows you that it's a big deal.
I'll still always say Kyrie had LeBron, and without LeBron, he wasn't winning shit.
Okay, but
I mean that's true.
The ball,
but
and I guarantee he said what he said. Oh my goodness! But we need to have this conversation off screen. Yo, we need to.
Kyrie wouldn't Harden. They don't win without each other though. Like they don't win without each other.
Exactly.
Listen to this.
LeBron doesn't win with Kyrie. LeBron doesn't win without Kyrie.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's proven that he can do that.
Win a championship that year? No.
He could have with another guy, dude. Besides,
he could win with another guy. Yeah, he's LeBron, but like, does he win that year?
But Kyrie is not.
Do you think he would have won that year?
Does he win that year though? Does he win that year?
I guess we'll never know. I don't know.
He would not win that year. We already saw that.
And I think it's Kyrie because he takes out days off and stuff.
No, I don't. Hey, I don't blow Kyrie. I don't blow Kyrie up like you guys do, though.
No, I never blow him up.
But every time Kyrie has done some fucking
that's
weak
Julian
shit,
who does that.
There's been excuse after excuse about how amazing he is, and if it didn't hit this shot, yes, the guy is great. He is, but he is not some fucking Superman. Because it gets.
He's performed like that in the finals.
But he's not.
Yeah, all that matters.
Second coming out of the law here.
At the end of the day,
what does that make Harden though? Because he performs better than Harden.
Let me interject.
So what does that make Steph? What does that make Steph and all that? Because he literally is outplaying these guards. I ain't say he was the greatest point guard all time. But if you say that about him, you gotta say that about Harden and stuff because he has put up numbers better than them.
The difference is some of those other guys have had a lot more success than he has and been a lot more durable and a lot more of a team player. And they've been there's so many more factors that they're better than he is.
That's every player.
You can't deny that Kyrie doesn't have.
Some people used to say all the time that Steph was better than Harden, and he makes a case for it. So it's like, if Kyrie shit on him, is he overrated? That makes him overrated because
you said, everybody on that level. Have a good game, but I look at
a good game, a good series. You mean?
But I look at consistency.
Okay, so him outplaying Steph Curry,
person.
He's one of the most consistent players today.
He has good efficiency, but that doesn't necessarily.
Efficiency is literally a stat for consistency.
Yeah, way better than James Harden.
Doesn't necessarily translate to where you want to be all the time.
What is that? What do you?
I'm going to use your own argument on you, where you're like, "Well, stats doesn't mean everything." Well, the same thing with Kyrie. Yeah, you got these great stats, but it's not like it's translated into multiple multiple championships for him, with the exception of one.
You would say that about Harden, though.
I'm not disagreeing you. I'm just saying we can't put Kyrie on a fucking platter that he doesn't belong yet.
Bro,
I mean, he's not. I wouldn't say he's on a platter. I just say he's my favorite player.
Some of y'all put him on a platter every time. There's always
and every time he does something,
my favorite player is Andre Drummond.
And every time he says something wrong, every time he does something wrong, I come up here and I say,
"Who just said that?"
That was Polo's
that was Polo.
Players.
My favorite player is Kyrie. It's Kyrie and KD. It's not Andre Drummond.
Mine is KD. I love KD OD. No homo. But listen. All right. So y'all think that does I forgot what's this guy's name again, bro? TBT deserve MVP?
No.
I think he does.
No,
I know he does.
No,
he's having a good year.
He make an argument. He's
having a good year.
CP took a team that was so last. And
we know that.
Into the 1 seed.
Yeah, we know that.
He's made a huge impact, bro. But see, that's that goes back to one of our many other streams where it's like, what you think the rules should be to make somebody an MVP are not necessarily that in the NBA.
It's not consistent. Like the requirements for MVP over the years has been consistent. Sometimes
I don't think you need to win the championship or go. I don't even think you need to go win the championship,
go to the playoffs,
or even go to the playoffs to be an MVP. Because there are some guys that are so fucking good for their team and literally change the complexion of that team, and they may not get where they want, but you can't argue some of these guys can't be most valuable players.
Charles Barkley was more valuable than MJ, all around stats, and there was a couple other players too, but they gave it to MJ because he was the best player, and I feel like he deserved them. But there's not a clear, concrete description about what an MVP really is. If you're talking about an MVP, it would be somebody like Julius Randle. Or somebody like a Harden with all-around stats, but it's they're not consistent.
The criteria for MVP changes
criteria
nowadays.
It's narrative. It's narrative.
Either it's one, it's how long the player's been in the league. Two, it's how good the player is. Or three, if it's you can alter their legacy if they get the MVP. The criteria changes every year.
Yeah, but for me, and then this guy's a game changer, bro. He's a game changer for me. CP3. Number one seed right now.
I agree.
He makes any team better.
He does, but he still has really good players around him. Again, he really did turn that team. He helped turn that team around a little. But if you again, the criteria does change. Nobody ever really the league never really said is it based off if your team is winning and you're the best player on your winning team? Are you carrying your team but your team is not winning that much? Are you the best player? Are you the best player in the world, and your team is still not winning?
Yeah, because you see the league do go on some campaigns for making Giannis an MVP, or even years with LeBron where it's just it's all about that player, no matter what they say and do. It's they're the
and maybe
for the season. I almost feel like there should be a secondary kind of thing where it highlights, and maybe that is what the all first teams and shit might be, but.
Maybe it's for the best because if it was accurate, they would probably give it to LeBron every year. So maybe it's better, for everybody. Because it would be but that's real because the Cavalier seasons, he would probably get it every season. So maybe it's everybody gets shine, and everybody does play at an MVP. The players who have won MVP have played at that level. But if you're just talking about what most valuable player means, it's it would be somebody like that.
So you don't think KD was better than LeBron in the Cleveland days? You don't think KD was better than it?
His first Cleveland days or when they met in the finals?
Yeah.
In Cleveland days?
For finals, when he went to the finals. When LeBron went to the finals.
Which one? The 2017?
It's kind of hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge.
It's KD. It's KD.
It's hard. KD had that,